Hey, welcome back. So I've been working on my wire weaving machine. A little bit of an update. I've freed everything up. Turns out that these little bits that I put on here, when they go around the circular section on here, the inside radius of this actually requires a concave shape. And when I was sanding these, it was more of a convex shape. So I got one of these on the drill. Here we go. Got the bigger one. The bigger one that I was actually originally going to use on the central axle is a nice radius. It's a larger radius. It's not as large as the center hub section, but I was able to just sand in there and make those a little bit more concave, so that as it goes around it doesn't jam on the central section. And now I've done that to all three of them, the 6 points. And if you can see this, actually I'll show you that bit in a sec. These bits all go around quite easily now. Now it's a bit harder because I'm pulling and that puts friction on it, but when they're moving they'll just shuttle around. And so that bit is working. You can see how that goes around and it puts one over the other, it plats them together. Now the idea is I'm going to have wire on this come up through a little loop up here, and then I'll either go to the ceiling or make a rig up on here with a hoop for it to go through, and then I'll just have a tensioner wheel that winds that away. So it pulls them together, they get platted through the loop, and then they get rolled away and rolled up. And I'll be doing those in about 3 meter lengths and cutting them off. So yeah, that idea is just to shuttle these rolls of wire around. They'll just keep going around like this. They won't interfere with each other. And the wire will go up, and it's like braiding hair. So that's really cool. The main drive point is this gear here, and the intention is to use this tooth belt. Now I've had this originally set up and working. I wanted to get that working tonight, but I've lost the small pulley wheel for this. I've looked everywhere for it. I don't know what's happened to it, so I have to go back to the old place and get another one from there, I think. Now if this doesn't give me enough torque with this motor, then rather than have this wheel on here, which is relatively small, I'm not sure if you can see how big that one is on there, I've got a bigger one that's about twice the number of teeth, and I'm going to put it down in here on top of this bottom cog. I'll have to make a mount for the motor down here. Wrong driver. But this motor's just got a cutout for it at the moment, and it fits in there nicely, lets me rotate it and tension the belt. Now if that doesn't quite work, and I've got to go for a bigger wheel and I mount it inside, I'll 3D print something to just screw it down on here. Remember, I made this before people were doing 3D printing really, so this is quite old now actually. So I'll probably 3D print up a mount for that. Actually, you know, I might even think about 3D printing up a bigger pulley for that on the inside. Instead of getting one that I've got around and boring it out, there's that aluminium spacer in there that you can see. I'm not sure if you can you see that? There's an aluminium spacer in there. I might take that one out and 3D print a wheel to go in there of a decent diameter, so it's got enough strength to actually work. Print that out of carbon reinforced PETG. It's probably a good idea. Yeah, so that's probably, I'll think about that. I've got CAD files already because I've got another project at work where I've done some rather big ones. I had to do a 120 tooth one. It was about that round, and that one's being driven by a 16 or a 15, and it gives really good ratio there. But this is a 60 RPM motor, I think, and the wheel I had on here was about 4 to 1. No, might have been 3 to 1, sorry. So it gives it a good ratio, and then it's another half down again, so it's really only going to be going around every 4 or 5 seconds. 66 RPM, yeah, so it's a fairly torquey one. I'm not sure if the original project for this actually had a 33, so I don't know. So that's where we're at with this. The idea is probably put these on top there to hold I've got more of those. Hold the wire down, keep it in place, feed it up through, and I think apart from this bit, if I find a wheel for this, I will test it out and see if I have enough torque to drive it from here. I don't know if I do, because it's pretty, wrong way, it's pretty hard to turn that, but this motor may have, I have seen it shuttle backwards and forwards in the past, so that I might put a bit more wax in here too. I'll get some dry wax, not the other stuff that I used, which was softer, the beeswax type. I'll get the dry, the white paraffin stuff, and probably lube it up in here a little bit, and see if that's working. I'm not sure if that has a friction issue. I don't think it does. I've got it's an aluminium pulley in there on the MDF, so it's unlikely that that's going to have any problems at all. Oh yeah, I can see I've got pins in there. So if I redo that, I'm going to have to redo that whole lot. So I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do with that bit. But yeah, there we go. So that's the update on the Weaver, on the platter, the braider, whatever you want to call it. So there we go. Hopefully I'll have it running in the next few days, at least slowly, and we can see if it starts braiding things. So cool. I hope you enjoyed that. If you do, hit that like, and if you want to see more of these things, I've got a heap of projects on the go at the moment I want to start talking about. So if you want to see those, hit the subscribe button. So thanks for watching. Have a good one.